Hello my YouTube friends, today's video is sponsored by Owned, but I'll tell you about that more later. OBS has been a live streaming staple for a very long time, and while there are alternative streaming tools out there, none of them really has the features and functionality or the price point, free, that OBS has. But now there's another option. PolyPop is pretty new and it offers a lot of the same features that OBS does, and some really nice new features that you can't find anywhere else. So how do these free products stack up? I'm really excited to find out. So you know what? Let's get to it. I think first I'm going to show you how similar these packages really are. So let's look at what they can both do. So here in OBS, I'm just going to run through my normal stream. So we've got the intro and the countdown timer. Then I always flip over to my branding bumper, which brings us into the main screen. And then I have my tutorial screen and I have my ending bumper. And if we flip over into PolyPop, you can see I've got my intro and my countdown timer and my branding bumper, which can easily flip over into my main scene, which pretty much looks exactly the same, my tutorial scene, which looks very similar, and of course our end screen. They both do a lot of the same things. And you know, you could easily take any stream to the next level using today's sponsor, Own 3D. Owned is a website that offers anything a Twitch streamer could possibly want. On Own.tv, there are thousands of overlay packs with alerts and stingers built in, as well as emotes and badges, and like I said, just about everything you could want. But what really excites me is the Own Pro site. On Own Pro, you download a plugin for OBS, and in OBS, you can browse and select from thousands of overlay packs that download and are set up completely right out of the gate in OBS. You can add alerts and labels and modify the text and even create custom layouts in just a few minutes. And they all have custom stingers that are set up with the profile, so you don't have to do anything. You just download them and they're ready to go. In just a few minutes, you're gonna have a professional stream that looks like you spent $1 million. The best part is, for just a few bucks a month, and I mean less than that crappy Netflix subscription you never use anyways, you're gonna have access to every single one. So you could change it up on every stream in just a few minutes if you really wanted to. So take a second and check out Own TV and Own Pro. Down below there are links in the description for each one. If you have the means to support the sponsors that support this channel, it goes a long way towards helping me continue to make content that helps you. So thanks. Now let's look at things that make PolyPop and OBS different. The first thing you'll notice here is we have a last donation in OBS, but if I flip over to PolyPop, our last donation is missing. And that's because right now PolyPop doesn't have any built-in donation service. Now OBS doesn't have it built in either, but in OBS you would use something like Stream Elements, which of course you can also use in PolyPop. But the other two, last subscriber and last super chat, are actually built into PolyPop, which makes it really easy. And then if I go over here into our tutorial, you can see that we don't have any fancy things set up right out of the box, but we'll show you how we can add something like that in a minute. Over here in OBS, we have fancy dynamic cameras. You'll also notice here in OBS, when I switch scenes, we get this really cool stinger, whereas over in PolyPop, we don't have any stinger services just yet. And if we go in and compare the settings, we certainly do get a lot more options to optimize and change up, or at least it appears so in OBS. Whereas over in PolyPop, the menu system is separated out more. You have control individually over each asset, and all of the stream settings are down here at the bottom. Now you have the ability to add any of the assets that you could possibly imagine, and you can see right here that I did switch up my camera in PolyPop. So while we don't have the nifty dynamic spiky camera, we have all kinds of different shapes that we can set our camera up as, and even add some rotisserie to it. And it makes it really easy to add multiple cameras into PolyPop as well, just like you can in OBS. Now, some of the things that you get in OBS are all the incredible plugins. This one right here is the Move Transition plugin. Another really cool one is the one I mentioned before, where we get this dynamic cloud mask on our main camera. And over here, we get this really cool rotating spike camera. Over in PolyPop, we can do different things with the camera. cameras. So in this case, I have my chat set up as a 3D box, and I have my camera set up as a 3D box. And at any point in time, these can be triggered to break, maybe through chat or through some kind of alert with your subscribers or something. And that enables you to break these cameras and create all kinds of really crazy 3D effects. And you can do it not just on cameras, but on any asset, just like I do here for the chat, which isn't showing up because I'm not actually live streaming. And then over here, I set up this camera on a little polygon and it rotates. And if I go in here, you can see that you can mount this camera on any of a number of shapes that are already included in PolyPop. Any one of these shapes you can put a camera on and it would look fantastic. PolyPop also, just like OBS, does have integration into your Stream Deck. So you can use your Stream Deck to change scenes and do all kinds of cool things in PolyPop. The other thing that PolyPop has, just like OBS, is a virtual camera. So I can create this 3D text layer. I can go into OBS and I can add it as a camera. And I can make it transparent by selecting BGRA, and I can use it right here. So even if you are not interested in switching from OBS to PolyPop because some of the features that you're looking for aren't there, that doesn't necessarily mean that you can't use some of these amazing PolyPop features with OBS. Especially if you have a Stream Deck, because you can integrate them in really easily with the stream that you already have. I know hardcore OBS users are probably not going to switch from OBS to PolyPop, at least not right now. It's gonna need to mature a bit, add transitions and more audio control before it really gets there. But there are effects that most people would really love to use in OBS. For new streamers, somehow they always seem to stumble on Streamlabs. PolyPop is a much better option. It's really easy to use and it has the same built-in functionality that Streamlabs does in a much more fun package. I hope that new streamers find PolyPop before Streamlabs to start their streaming journey. If they do, we're gonna get a lot of cool, unique streams that push the limits of what's possible with live streaming, and that's always good. PolyPop is also so new that it's rapidly changing and upgrading all the time. Transitions and donations are things that are already in the works and they're gonna be on one of the next few builds. It's pretty exciting to see a new streaming app that's so unique and different, powerful, and also a lot of fun to use. So you should check it out, it's a lot of fun. If you want a deeper look at setting up alerts in PolyPop, you should check this video out. Big thanks to today's sponsor, Owned. You can find links to Owned and all the other sponsors that support this channel in the description below under the heading Sponsors. Supporting the sponsors that help keep the lights on here in the studio is a great way to ensure that I can continue to make content that helps you. I couldn't possibly do this without them or you, so thanks. And if you're always looking for tools, tips, and tricks that can help make you a better live streamer or YouTuber, subscribe to the channel. My name is Michael Feyrer Jr. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.